Happy Friday, class. This is Mr. Wilcox. Coming at you with a new update. It's been about 6 days. Actually, it was, Pi Day. Today is 3/20/20. So 6 days since my last video message. I want to give you guys some resources to keep your minds busy. I know that we've had a lot of downtime. We've gone on lots of walks, walking the dog a lot, a couple of bike rides, done some extra grocery shopping. You know, I think about that. Nobody can go out to eat. So everyone is eating at home, virtually every meal, unless you do some takeout or some drive-through or something. And that leaves a heavy strain on the grocery stores. And so that would explain why the grocery stores, Meijer and Kroger, are so incredibly busy right now, supply and demand, right? So I want to give you guys some resources. I'm going to start with the Algebra 1 classes. Honors PreCalc Trig, you guys will come next in a couple of minutes. But I want to give you some resources, things that you can be doing, things that you can be looking at over the next at least couple weeks. You know, if we're going back April 6th like they predicted. My speculation is that it'll be a little bit longer than that, not quite sure exactly when, but exercising your brain with. The first one is Khan Academy. I know some of you have used that a little bit before, but if we're specific with the subject, we've been working on some powers, exponents, properties of powers and exponents just 1 or 2 days before we left school. We'll be able to get in some of those properties of powers and exponents. But if you go to khanacademy.org, so the homepage on my phone looks like this. You can scroll down to math, then you can scroll down to Algebra 1, and then scroll down to exponents and radicals, and that's the lesson that we've been working on. There are some quizzes. I mean, I guess you could take some quizzes. You can earn some points. And then if there's anything that you don't understand, you can go ahead and watch some of the videos and kind of brush up on your concepts on exponents and radicals and those powers and properties. Another resource is called iXL.com. Also an app that goes along with it is K-12 Learning. iXL.com/math, if you're accessing it through a web browser, will take you to a lot of different resources, and there you can also search exponent and power properties. I did download the app to my phone. It looks something like this. Looks to be very user-friendly and useful, and some things that you can use for yourself to keep your brain going. And so for Honors PreCalc Trig, HPCT, I came across some challenge problems that I found from the math competition. Kind of a good resource, and I want to read you 4 questions and kind of get your brain going and see if you can answer them. You want to go ahead and, if you want to read through the questions, you can send me a message on Remind. You can number them 1, 2, 3, 4 and see if you can get the correct answers to these. All right, number 1. What is the sum of the positive integers p for which the value of 13 over the quantity p squared minus 3 is a positive integer? So think about that question. Write something down if you want to. Put together your answers in number form 1, 2, 3, 4 and send me a Remind message if you want to see if you can get those correct. Number 2. If x is a positive integer such that the quantity of x squared plus 2x plus 1 over the quantity of x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 36 over 49, what is the value of x? Another good challenging thinking problem. I want you to think along the lines of factoring on that question. Question number 3. If n factorial squared, we'll talk about factorial here in just a second, I'll give you a little quick mini lesson, divided by n plus 1 factorial times n minus 1 factorial equals 7/8, what is the value of n? We talk about factorial is a lot on counting principles, permutations and combinations when we get to probability here. I think chapter 9 or maybe chapter 10, I can't remember. But you think of factorial is the number of ways there are to arrange a certain group of items. So for example, 4 factorial, which is represented as 4 exclamation point, is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And so if you have 4 items or 4 people or 4 cars or something, and you want to figure out the number of ways there is to arrange those items, there are 4 items that can go on the first spot, and then 3 in the second spot, and then 2, and then there's only 1 item that can go left in the last spot. That would be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And so that would be your lesson on factorial. And the final question, number 4, A square is drawn on the exterior of each side of a 6-inch by 8-inch rectangle. The centers of those squares are then joined to form a quadrilateral. What is the area of that quadrilateral in square inches? So a couple of challenge problems just to keep your mind going and keep your brain thinking, so we're not just having a lull for weeks and weeks and weeks of not doing anything and exercising our brain. But I would like to see who this video reaches. So if you could make a comment, let's get some comments going. Can we do that? Put your name, make a comment below this video, comments below, and let me know that you've seen this video so that I can take some attendance. Roll call, take some attendance.